All right, and welcome to another episode of the Independent Wrestling Shootout here on the JTR Podcast Network, a rare Thursday night edition because I didn't have power yesterday afternoon, Minderz, so I had no time to prepare or get anything, nor so we decided to just move it one day over. Uh, this is Mark Rebin coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined as always by my buddy Minderz. And Minderz, it was a good weekend. It was a rough weekend, but how are
A
you
little
doing?
bit. It was a little bit of everything. I'm
Yeah,
doing okay.
yeah. She was a good dog, even though she hated me.
She didn't hate you. She hated you. She would have bit you. She never bit you.
Hey, I'll
She
say
might have
this:
done everything to avoid you, but she
I
never bit you.
I have never seen a dog do a better side eye
Right?
when I try to interact with it before.
She has the best. She had the best side eye.
Yeah, she did. But let's
My
talk about
baby.
let's talk about happier things, Minderz.
So PWE, is that where we're going?
Well, why don't we start with PWE because we were there
We were there.
in Granite City, Illinois. I had an earful of the. I'll
You
be
had an
nice and call
earful.
them patrons sitting behind me.
You had an earful of earplugs by the end of the night.
I'll tell you what. Next time, I'm bringing these with me. They are my noise canceling headphones, so
Yeah.
I can enjoy things without having to listen to annoying
Hey, they
people.
were having a good time.
They they were having a good time, but they were hampering my good time. But that's all right though. The wrestling was good.
The wrestling was good.
The wrestling was good. We saw some old friends there. We made some new friends there.
We did.
Uh, I'll tell you,
I made a new friend that some of the 01 crew may not be too happy about, but that's okay.
what did you do?
Oh, I just had a really good conversation with one Bax.
Oh, Bax. Yeah.
They're not fans of his down 01.
No, he's not the most popular guy. But hey, we're gonna get him on the shootout sometime soon.
We are
And
because of my networking skills.
yes, you did a bang up job on Saturday.
I was
Uh,
busy.
you were busy. You were so busy you missed the main event. You were
I know.
networking and making stuff happen.
I was.
Uh, so the so we'll just run down what happened. There was a battle royal at the start of the night, and
Yes.
this is where we saw a lot of our old friends from 01. I mean, when's the last time we saw IP Mason?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Cordell Kane, Bax, you mentioned Bax, Eagle Eye, who Calvin Coco puts over to the moon every time you talk to him.
Yes. Hi,
Uh,
Papa.
Baracus was in the Battle Royal.
I've been putting him over to the moon for a while now.
Yes, you have. Preston Sawyer, and then Lance Gettemeyer. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But and then the guy who won the Battle Royal was Munch,
Munch.
Big Munch, and I think that got him a title shot at the next show.
I think so.
Because I thought I saw something he's got a shot at the champ, but we'll get to the champ here in a minute because there's
I was too busy trying to make sure I had on the right shirt for when the show started.
yes, this was not a good night for the incumbents, Minderz. We saw
No,
more than a few titles change hands on this show.
we did. We did.
Starting with the opening match, which was for the Powerhouse Championship. We have a new champ. Calvin Coco lost. It had
Did.
to be a day when you and Mama were both there with your Calvin Coco shirts on.
Right? I even got pointed out in the
You
crowd
you did.
because I wasn't in the front row.
No,
So,
we were enjoying the general admission and not worrying about getting dove on. But
right?
no, the dastardly Tyler Copeland of the Solution.
Is he still with them?
I don't know. He was a heel, so
He was still a jerk. I'm not a
uh,
fan.
uh, I think there was some chicanery there. I think there was some tight pulling involved
Some
in
type
this.
pulling of.
Maybe a low blow.
Yes. I was not a happy king. I was cranky.
You were a little cranky after that match.
I was cranky.
Yeah, a good match. I
It
enjoyed the
was a
heck out
very
of it.
good match.
It was one of the few times I've seen somebody balance somebody on their head.
Right?
When Coco was trying to muscle up Copeland, and he actually put him over on his head while he was trying to get him into a fireman's carry.
What about that whoop that trick chant that they started? And then it went to whoop that Tyler. Hey, I was down for that.
The whoop that trick chant, I thought you were going to be annoyed because you have a thing about people chanting for people that won't be on the show.
But I understood where they were coming from with that.
They were just calling Tyler a trick. They weren't saying
exactly. Right.
Okay, I'll allow it then. But I'm trying to find any reason I can to complain about the people sitting behind me and their chanting.
Oh, I know, because well, they didn't like Tyler. They did not like Tyler at all.
I'm telling you, next show, air horn and noise canceling headphones are going to be in my bag.
Well,
and if they try to kick me out, I've got this.
You got the press pass.
I got my media pass.
Wait, tell them you're friends with Minderz.
They'll tell you.
that might get you further.
But then they'll say who? And I'll say the chick with the hair.
Yeah, exactly. The girl with the hair.
The girl with the hair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so yeah, Tyler Copeland, new powerhouse champion, much to the delight of no one.
We gotta get a rematch, though.
There's got to be a rematch coming.
Gotta be a rematch.
Yeah. PWE Tag Team Championship, four-way match.
There's 4 of them.
Yep. We have Power Trip. We have the Solution of Nick Natural and Derek Fullerton, your buddy. The Revolution, who is your buddy.
Those are my buddies.
Anthony Lopez also pointed you out in the crowd when they were coming.
They yelled my name across the place.
They did. Probably people on the stage are thinking, "Who the hell's a Minderz?"
Yeah, what the hell's a Minderz? I'm a Minderz.
You're a Minderz. That's right. So it wound up where
you forgot. Wait, who did you forget?
They all lost. The Hooligans.
Oh, you forgot the Hooligans.
Yes. Itchy and Mason.
Yep.
At the end of the match, the Hooligans won with a belt shot to one of the Power Trip fellas. I always forget which one's which. The veteran. Damn it.
I can't think of his name off the top of my head either.
Somebody
I just know him as Power Trip. It's not Damien. It's
It's like Strom something. It's a one-word name.
Yeah.
I apologize. It's only been my second PWE show. I'm still learning some of these guys. But afterwards, they cut a promo on this fella who apparently trained him and broke him in, but then didn't have much to do with him after that. And they were not happy about it. Oh,
no.
Hang on, we got a comment. Is that somebody helping us out?
No. Scott, no.
We did not
Scott
get to I am not available for that. Harsh. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott. Harsh.
Yeah, we have. I know I have a conflict.
We got shoot job issues.
Yeah. So but we're gonna try and get there, hopefully soon.
They're talking about another mill show in July.
Yes, and if that
I know they were asking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the timing's right, I know that I'm heading down to Hot Dogs and Handshakes in May.
Okay.
So.
Very nice.
Hey, Sean. Poor Sean missed us Tuesday.
Yeah, Sean. There's a little confusion. You guys know we're friends with the folks at Mad Bash Studios. We had a little fun this week.
We got to do a little April Fool's joke.
We did the Mad Bash spot show, and the Mad Bash guys came and did JTR. Just one time only.
One time only. It's not going to be an every week thing.
No. But I am going to post our spot show as a bonus JTR episode at some point. So if you don't follow the spot show, you can hear what we did. But and I did it with blessing. I got
okay. Want to make sure you got
I made sure
you got permission.
Yes. Well, let's move on. The other match you had to change your shirt for, Minderz, was next. The PWE Interstate Championship. The Grand Regent.
Mama and I both had to change our shirts.
We thought this was supposed to be a one-on-one match. Camaro Jackson and KLD. Turned out it was a three-way because Ethan Everhart got involved, and it didn't go well for young Ethan.
Well, he's friends with JJ Garrett, which was who was
supposed to be in the match.
Supposed to be in the match before KLD picked it up.
Right. There was much yeeting to be done by Camaro and KLD on this poor fella.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I'm a fan of KLD, even if he's not exactly the nicest guy around.
Sean, yes, we know.
Yeah, we know.
We're not talking NXT today. We'll save that for next week.
Well,
Oh, we're going to talk
next up.
about NXT on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
So join us then.
Yeah.
Anyway, Camaro, let's heap praise on the Grand Regent as we like to do.
I love the Grand Regent.
That man's
Dude,
strong.
that power bomb that he did to KLD, he big strong boy.
Yes.
Big strong boy.
Yes.
And then as soon as they announced the third person was in the match, you and I looked at each other and you go, Minderz Law. And
Minderz
I said,
Law. Yep.
Yep.
3-way rule. The champ is going to retain in a multi-man match. Hey, it worked with the Hooligans.
It did.
All right.
Did.
Minderz, I'm starting to think I'm a good luck charm because the next match on the show was for the PWE Heavyweight Championship. And I've been to 2 Pro Wrestling Epic shows. And both times the same guy has won the Epic Heavyweight Championship, and that is Keith Smith Jr.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah. He beat Cash Borden.
He did. I thought that was kind of quick, honestly.
Yeah.
I kind of thought Cash
he did
would
it
keep
for
it for a
Trust.
little while. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey, Trust got his shooty, by the way.
I know. You made me give it to him.
I asked that you give it. I mean, it is rightfully his, even though you kind of stuck it to him. You put the sticker on upside down on the front of it.
Yeah, and then when we got our picture taken, he held it in front of my face. So
at some point, we need to get all of the pictures of all our shooty winners together and like do just a photo dump on the Facebook page.
I think I've got most of them.
I think you
do.
I've got the Trust ones.
We're waiting on one more. I got to get it mailed.
Which one?
Our comeback of the year.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, and rivalry of the year. Anakin still doesn't have his yet.
Really?
I haven't seen Anakin.
Well, we'll have to get that to him at the War Game show.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about maybe going down to that April show. We'll see.
Ah, gotcha. Well, anyway, yeah, Keith Smith Jr. got the win on Cash Borden. Everybody, I think, was very surprised.
Except for Keith's little boy.
But,
he was so excited.
He was. He's a cute kid.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got to see our buddy Riley Knox in the stands at the show. She's still recovering from her surgery.
She is. Actually, when I saw her, that was the whole reason we ended up in that row, was because I asked her, I said, are those taken? She said, nope, it's okay. Although there wasn't quite enough for all of us to sit together.
No, you were like one row up and like 2 over, but that's all right.
It's all right.
You made a new friend.
I did. He even offered to share his popcorn with me. I didn't take it, but he offered.
Well, true. All right. PWE Women's Championship, Minderz. We have another new champion, Noelle, the Marionette, beat our buddy Rachel Armstrong.
She's so creepy. Noelle is so creepy.
I like her character.
Well, because I ran into, this is when I was doing all my networking. Mm-hmm. And I ran into her a couple times in the hallway, and I was glad I was standing next to either Camaro, Coco, or Bax. I was kind of glad that's who I was standing with.
Did you give you the willies?
A little bit. I don't like marionette dolls. They creep me out.
Those dolls in general tend to give me the creeps.
Uh-huh.
Especially the ones that talk.
I think I watched Chucky too many times when I was younger.
I have not watched Chucky because dolls freak me out.
I think I watched Chucky too many times.
Let's talk main event. This was for the King of Granite City, Minderz. It's a tag team match. The winner of the fall got the crown and all the accoutrements there. It was Herzog and Matt Fitchett as a team, which is a weird combination.
It's a very strange combination. I never would have expected that.
Mm-hmm. And they took on JV, who's Justin Valentino. Is that right? So.
That sounds right.
And Brendan Beretta was the opposing team. And I'll tell you, JV had some fans.
Oh, yeah. Stacy, be nice.
Oh.
I'm going to leave that one there. I'm not putting that one up.
No,
sorry.
I'm not going to put that up. I'm going to say, like you said, you were out networking during this match. We were watching this.
I saw bits and pieces. I didn't see all of it, but I saw bits and pieces.
But did you hear the crowd, though?
Oh, yes. I heard the crowd.
I have never heard a crowd pop for a side headlock takeover like they did in this match. Twice. And I think Lenny even mentioned it on his Facebook page like the next day.
Yeah, probably.
He could do no wrong. He could kick a child, and he would have got cheered on that show.
Probably, because there were a lot of JV fans.
There were.
There were a lot of I saw a lot of JV shirts.
Mm-hmm. The Daisy Dukes were a little too tight for my taste.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But Fitchett is the king of Granite City. He got the win on JV. Although he did take a stunner after the match, he got laid out, and I think
sucks to be him.
And I think the next Granite City show, I believe we're getting Fitchett and JV in a cage.
Oh,
I think. Don't quote me on that, but we'll find. I thought I heard somebody announce that at the end of the show, but we were both networking by that point.
Yeah, we were pretty busy.
Yeah, you were dolling out fudge. You were networking with people, getting guests.
Talked to Itchy. I talked to Keith. I talked to Bax. Amanda. Talked to Amanda.
Mrs. Trust. Yeah,
Mrs. Trust
did a fine job on the ring announcing.
She did a great job.
Got a little disrespect from the Solution backstage from what we saw in the video.
You expect anything less from them?
I really don't.
Okay, just checking.
I made you feel bad for Trust.
I know.
You hate it when I mention that.
Yeah.
Overall, I really enjoyed the PW show. I enjoy the road trips. I mean, even though we had to go over to St. Louis to get White Castle afterwards, when there's one literally on the way home that we didn't know about.
That we didn't pay attention to on the way down. Yep.
Yeah. Well, you guys were in the back seat of the van the whole time, and I wasn't paying attention.
Whose fault's that?
Everyone.
Yours.
Anyway, okay, so that was PW on Saturday, and there was another show going on Saturday, which was 01 USA Road to War Games.
There was, and I wonder if our guest is not going to make it. I haven't heard anything, but that's all right. We're still putting him over to the moon.
We're putting him over because we can and because he's awesome.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, you have pictures for this, don't you?
I have pictures for almost all of the matches. There's a couple that I don't. But
okay. Hey, did you have a scrolly thing that you should have been running?
I didn't have time to get. I have like 3 different match cards to put on here, so I'm just going to run them down in the list.
Got it.
All right. Well, starting with the first match on the card, which I don't have.
Okay, so the first match was Lander and Anakin.
Oh.
I can tell you what part of them are. I can tell you what the first 3 were.
I think I didn't see that one on the list you sent me there. So
I sent it at the very beginning. It was the first thing I sent you. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Anyway,
Anakin beat Lander?
No. Lander beat Anakin because of one Jovi. Jovi kind of gave Anakin a little push off a turnbuckle, which gave Razor Ramon Timu the opportunity. Hey, I've been saying it forever.
Timu Lander up with JV.
Yeah, let's do that. Lander ended up winning with a little razor's edge. And so...
Okay, so why did Joey help Lander if they're...
He didn't. I said Jovi. That's
Jovi.
Trauma units.
No, I thought you said Joey.
Jovi.
Greg Jovi. Okay. So this is the problem with when we're not there. We're trying to
I actually watched the playback.
Yeah, if I had power yesterday, I would have watched.
That's true. I forgot you didn't have power yesterday.
Yeah. It happens. All right. So second match, I believe, was The Light versus Chris O'Brien. And the name of the other fellow again, please?
Vlad Jackie Thad. I don't know.
If anybody was there and knows for sure what the name was, help us out. Oh, yep, there's Papa.
See?
Jovi interfered.
I told you.
Greg Bon Jovi. So
okay,
it sounds
first of all, when you watch this back,
mm-hmm.
they announced The Light as being Lumi and Hippie. luminary and hippie,
Mm-hmm.
weighing in at 575 pounds.
And I think I told you it sounds like the gravity in Zone 0 is a little denser than it is here.
Yeah.
That or they doctored their scales.
Could be a little bit of both.
Did they borrow Crash Holly's scale?
Well, I thought maybe they might have had, like, Bubba was standing on the back of it or something. I don't know. You know, Bubba doesn't like those scales either.
No.
But
yeah, as evidence in your favorite match ever, the Fish Market Street Fight.
Yeah, that one. Hippie ended up pinning Chris in this one.
Vlad left Chris high and dry, did he not?
Sure did.
That's
sure
not cool.
Well, and I mean, Devontae was out there too, but
he wasn't legally in the match.
Yeah, he couldn't be in the match because he had his match with Gwen later. So, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
So
that's
what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like, Papa Pullman. I even had Reb listen to it. We both thought it sounded.
I couldn't make it out. My ears are crap anyway. But
we don't know.
Anyway, moving on. Jimmy Carrot defeated Reign Victoria
with a submission.
With a submission. Oh, with the Call the Void.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I will give him this. He has changed his look.
Vlad
Thad.
Sean Doc is not back yet. I think they're saying.
Have you looked at? Did you look at the War Games poster?
Oh, is he on the poster?
He is.
Ooh.
I
that's
know.
Great. We've been missing Doc for a while.
We have been. I'm so excited.
But he hasn't been back in the ring yet.
Not that we know of. Yeah, not that we know of. Right. Not in 0-1.
But I will be very excited to see Doc come back. I've missed some Country Air.
I have missed Country
As well as Zach has done on his own.
I've missed the tag.
Jackie Thad. Papa says.
Oh, it's Jackie Thad?
So there's no Vlad.
It wasn't Vlad? Okay. Papa, it's okay. I'm fine with it.
What would we do without Papa Pullman?
I don't know. He was at the show. Hey, he was networking at the show this weekend too.
Yeah.
He got his pizza stolen. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the messages during.
Yep.
Your buddy took his pizza.
Yeah, not my buddy. Anyway, back to the whole Carrot and Reign match. They had a very, very nice handshake at the end. So, and Carrot has changed his look.
How so?
He now has white tights, along with white face paint. I'm not sure how I feel about this. But, oh, he's from Kentucky. Okay, Jackie Thad, he's from Kentucky.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm
not sure how I feel about it. I'm really not sure.
If I know Jimmy Carrot, those aren't going to be white long.
No, they're going to be freaking red, and I'm going to hate all of it. They're going to be pink. They're going to end up being pink. Because they're going to be bloodstained. That's how this is going to work.
Do they look like the sweatpants that he sells on his merchandise?
No. They look like his green. They do look like his green wrestling pants.
Gotcha, but they're just
because they've got but they're white.
They got the buckles and stuff on them.
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah.
Just go watch the match.
It's not a pressing. It's not a pressing issue. I can see it on the match. Well, let's move on. B.A. Malkin versus Dylan Cole, who I'm not familiar with.
I'm not sure who. I haven't seen Dylan Cole either.
But B.A. stole Papa Pullman's pizza.
Jerk.
And then he beat Dylan Cole.
Yeah. We'll ask. We can ask him about that on Saturday.
If he's not tore up from his opponent Saturday.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm excited for you to see that one, honestly, because they did win match of the year for.
Also from Kentucky is
okay. Well, that figures. That would be why we don't know him.
Yeah. I was Dylan Cole.
Dylan Cole.
Okay, Victor Analog had an open challenge for the World Championship, and his opponent Minderz was
Derek Moss.
Derek Moss, I believe, a Springfield fella.
He is a Springfield guy. He's the one that's always kind of told Victor, "Hey, You're not good enough. So this was kind of a big deal for Victor.
And
I will give him that.
Yeah, and Victor got the win.
Yes.
Retained
Victor
the championship.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all found out what his plans are for War Games.
We'll get there in a minute.
We'll get there in a minute.
We'll get there in a little bit. We're going to give our guests as much time as possible.
Yes. Have you reached out?
I have, but okay. I have not heard anything back.
No worries. I know his plans, his schedule is kind of...
He's got those chitlins.
Frantic, we'll call it.
He's got the chitlins.
He does have the chitlins. One of whom I guess missed you.
One did. Well, kind of, he said.
So. Let's see. TNT Championship. And I keep forgetting to put the pictures up as I'm talking about these.
Yeah, but, you sure do, because that would help me out.
Wait, where's...
Now, I will admit that I somehow skipped this one on accident.
But,
I feel bad.
Kenny Calix retained the TNT Championship.
That's all I really cared about.
Over Alex Monroe and what was the guy's name? Nine. For some reason,
I don't know. Hold on. Let me check Papa's messages. Yes, this is how we work, and I am going to continuously talk so you don't play that stupid music. Kenny Nine. There we go.
Kenny Nine. Yeah. For some reason, I didn't have that picture available. Scott and Papa both on the ball there. They both say Kenny Nine.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
We so need that. We need that on this one. Ooh, and he did win with the cow mutilation or the eye of the helix.
Yeah.
Eye of the helix.
Yes. All right.
Oh, next. You missed one.
What did I miss?
Gwen and Devontae.
Oh, that was the next one on the list.
Oh, okay.
I got you. This was the War Games advantage match. The winner of this, their team gets the person advantage in War Games. Gwen Donna got the win on Devontae.
Yep.
Was there a little chicanery involved in this one?
Yep. There was some interference. But
so are the lineups like fleshed out for War Games?
They are. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So we have the light consisting of Hippie Johnny, Gwen Donna, and the Luminary Jacques Kennedy. With Anakin Murphy and Kenny Calix.
Oh, so we got a constant headache reunion.
We do. And then...
And it's funny because light can cause a constant headache.
Yeah, sure can. Then for Trauma Unit, this is what I'm assuming. I haven't heard for sure. So you have Trauma Unit, you have Devontae, you have Theo, and I'm assuming Chris.
I would imagine.
And then Rob made it to where Greg Jovi is a member of the team. And then Greg Jovi was in the back, found out that Carrot and Jacques had history of rivalries.
Oh, Jovi didn't know about that. Interesting.
So since Carrot doesn't like Luminary, Trauma Unit has picked up Carrot.
Okay. Now, to be fair, Carrot doesn't like anyone.
Exactly.
He just wants to kill people.
You know what this means?
What does this mean, Minderz?
We get a Booty Basil connection. Reunion.
This also means that Jamie Carrot is not going to be in the ladder match.
I know. I'm so excited. It was like no, we're going to put him in a cage. Yeah, see?
We're going to see just how long those white tights stay white.
Exactly. That's what's going to happen. We're going to see how long they stay white.
Are you going to bring Deadpool with you?
Yep. Already decided. Deadpool will be in my hands the entire time. Okay, sorry, Papa. Carrot came out first because the lights went out. And then Carrot came out and attacked the light. Then Jovi got added, and then they said how Carrot used to or didn't like the Luminary.
Right. Is it entirely possible that Jovi's going to do something to screw up, and then Jimmy's just going to pound on him?
Yeah, that's possible.
As I said, Carrot doesn't. It doesn't care who he
He
whoops on.
doesn't care. He just wants to fight.
He would. I think Jimmy would be happy if this was 5-on-4-on-1.
Yeah, probably. He would.
And you'd still pick him.
I would. And I'm not exactly, I don't know. If it was that many and it was Trauma Unit, I'm just going to say I'm glad Carrot's on Trauma Unit.
But it's your two favorite entities in 0-1 and one team.
It is. So I'm actually a very happy camper. Although the rest of 0-1 isn't real happy. But
I can imagine there's probably some chance thrown Jimmy's way. And
you know what? But we get Devontae and Carrot and Theo and all back together again.
Yes,
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, a little bummed that Casey's not involved, but he did tell us that he didn't know if he was going to be able to go.
Right.
So he'll probably be there. But
stupid Spencer.
Well,
although you know what
might
we
get
don't
his
know
on Saturday. What
would happen? What would happen if the light would attack Jovi, and KC has to step in?
Interesting.
I don't hate it.
Papa says looking forward to see Jimmy and Anakin in a cage. Don't like a blood fest, but it would be a good one.
Yeah, but shut your mouth, Papa.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Anakin. He likes his deathmatch stuff too.
By the way, Papa, I'm gonna get another signature on your fish.
Barbed wire.
No barbed wire.
Do you think you can find the Toronto toothbrush and get it sent to Decatur?
No. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
I'm sorry. I keep interrupting. You're telling Papa how you're going to get another signature on his fish.
I am.
Speaking of the fish market street fight, we're getting our picture made with Shark Boy and Curry Man at the Square Circle Expo,
which I find it hilarious. More because I don't want to stand in the line to get their pictures, so we're gonna do the short line.
Well, I might be in line to get Chris Daniels' picture if he happens to be at his table at some point while Curry Man is doing his thing. But anyway, I'm sorry, we've got 2 matches left on this.
Yes, we do. Because we'll go ahead. Because I haven't heard from him, so we'll go ahead.
We'll just go ahead. We'll put him over.
Papa,
is he pushing your buttons, Minderz?
I don't think Papa likes me anymore.
No skewers, Papa. I don't do the skewers.
Unless I will okay skewers if I can't even put that on it. I don't want to see skewers sticking out anybody's head.
I can't imagine the folks in the light would be happy bumping on glass.
Anakin and Kenny probably wouldn't care.
Right, but Luminary and Hippie probably wouldn't care for it. Gwen's tough. I bet Gwen could do it.
They're all tough. I don't know what you're talking about. They're all tough.
Well, no, they're all tough. They are,
but
yeah.
I'm just glad we don't have to clean the ring afterwards.
Forgot thumbtacks and exploding bats. Hey, the exploding bats I might be okay with because the one that Lenny had
was awesome. What Lenny had was.
Maybe I'll see if I can find my tennis racket wrapped in barbed wire.
Oh God.
What?
Not that bed of nails. Not that bed of nails. The Gary J. Lenny match. No.
Oh,
no.
No.
You know what? It might be a good idea. It might be a good thing that we've decided we're not going to do front row. It might be a good thing.
Might be. Yeah. Don't want to get any blood on us.
Oh, I'll probably have blood on me by the time it's over with.
Probably buy Jimmy's pants off of him.
Shut up.
Go nice with your BA pants.
Shut up.
Last year's War Games.
Was it last year?
It was last year's War Games.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, let's move on to the next match because we have the King taking on Noah Clover.
Did you put that picture in there? Because that was a really good picture.
Oh, I forgot to put that picture in there.
Put that picture in there because that's a really good picture. I will say that I actually messaged Noah and I said, "So how was it being in the ring with DaCobra?"
And he said,
"Physical, very physical." That picture, that's an awesome picture. That really is an awesome picture. I like that picture a lot.
That's a good picture.
And actually, I think Cobra put him over.
Verbally, not because Cobra won the match.
Well, yeah, but on Facebook, let me see if I can find it. There it is. There it is. All right. So, still need a little work, but at Noah Clover 28, tough AF. Check him out. He is tough, although there were a couple times. There were a couple times that everybody started cheering for Cobra, and Noah could no.
Don't encourage him.
Yeah, go back and watch. Definitely watch that one because that one was funny.
Yeah. Main event, Minderz Junior Heavyweight Championship, and I have to confess, I haven't had a chance to get. I haven't had a chance to get the color swash together to do the chest, but we had Joey O'Reilly defending against the head cat Gary J, and I think Minderz froze on me, so I'm just going to vamp, even though I haven't seen the match yet. We had debated for a while, and I'm going to move back to stage, put her back in because I'm going to need her input because we know how much she loves Joey O'Reilly, and she's rooting for his infinite success, and she's gonna jump back in here in a second. But this is a match that I'm looking forward to going back and watching because I'm a fan of both guys. And I am genuinely curious just how hard Joey got chopped in this match, because we've discussed that Gary doesn't mess around. He will chop the crap out of people, and he's got I think he has a match with, was it Mance Warner coming up in GCW, so that's going to be fun. And Joey got he retained the Junior Heavyweight Championship in this main event, and it sounds like they are angling for maybe a three-way going forward with Wander, with Joey, and maybe Gary. So we'll have to see. Papa Pullman says Joey had one of the best super kicks I've seen in a while. He throws a mean super kick. So yeah, makes sense that that's the main event. That's the main title that was, Analog had the open challenge. I think if it was Analog against like a set match instead of open challenge, that would have been the main event. But we'll have to see. But now we're going forward to War Games, and they announced a match today. I'm going to do this, and Minderz might be mad when I put this up and she's not here. But yeah, they announced the 01 USA Heavyweight Championship match. It's going to be Victor Analog against DaCobra. And this is a rematch from, I want to say, was it 2 years ago, a War Game? It was one of these War Game shows. They had a match for Victor's Junior Heavyweight Championship that was phenomenal. So I'm hoping that that we get more of the same with this one, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. Sean, where's Minderz? That's a good question. I don't know. She was frozen, so she must be cold. I'm going to send her a message and find out what the hell is going on. But in the meantime, you're just stuck with me. What we'll do in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead. I am going to take a second, and there's Minderz.
Hi. I don't know what happened. My internet went down.
Oh, that's not good. Papa makes a good point. Different Analog now from the last time he fought Cobra, which is very true. But in a way, different Cobra.
Yes. Cobra now is over, like crazy over.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I had to break the news about the heavyweight championship match for War Games without you.
That's fine. But, I understand.
Yeah.
I was trying to hurry to get back, but
I appreciate it. I think I did a wonderful job of filling in by myself.
Oh, I'm sure you did fine.
Yeah. So that was 01 on Saturday. Minderz, let's go ahead and talk about AVW from this past Sunday.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that one happened this week too, didn't it?
It did happen. And I have the results in front of me here. The
All
Whiskey
right.
Benders, your buddy Joey and Clayton Clark.
I like Clayton at this one. It's not necessarily my favorite Joey, but nah.
No, you like Joey better in AVW than you do elsewhere. Although
Yeah.
you didn't care for Joey at CMC show.
No. No.
He whipped his hair back and forth like Will Smith.
No. But he was also a jerk there. At least at this one, he's usually somewhat of a nice guy. Somewhat.
Yeah. Hey, he's always nice to me because I'm always respectful.
Sean, no.
Sean, hey, no, we are not doing picks for Dynasty. That was Tuesday with Dickie and Mad Rocks on JTR. But
Which was
I
a
will
lot of
say
fun.
this: most of what they predicted, I agreed with, except for one. And they said that they thought Tony was going to beat Megan Bain. I think it's going to be the other way around.
Yeah, I do too. But we'll see.
And
anyway,
and everybody hopes Swerve beats Mox. But anyway,
yes.
Anyway, AVW. So the Whiskey Benders beat Depravity in a tag match, which is Limbo and help
Napier.
Thank you. That's why
you can never remember his name. I don't know why you can't remember his name.
I don't know why. Because those guys were the Temple of Basil, right?
Yeah, they are the Temple of Basil.
They still are.
With help from the War Pigs. Well, no, I missed that part.
Oh.
Interesting.
War Beast? Oh, War Pigs. Oh, Crash and Burn.
No, War Pigs.
All right. Vermilion County's Most Wanted, Mikkel Murphy and Stetson Winters, lost their bid for the AVW Tag Championships from over War Beast, who was Hodari and Dan Maliko.
I love those two. I really like them.
Yeah. Real quick, I don't want to dwell too much on AEW here, but Sean, I think that if Megan loses, she loses a lot more than Tony would if she loses.
She gets ruined. She becomes a member of the Ruined.
Which I don't want because Megan's awesome.
Right.
Anyway, so Dan Maliko and Hodari retained.
Did you do your Joey comparison to our red?
I wasn't able to get the swatch together.
Oh, okay.
I'll see if I can work on it, and we'll get that done at some point. Mixed tag team match, Minderz, David Light and Leela Feist versus Elijah Eros and Carter Kaufman. And Elijah and Carter got the win on this one.
Okay. Hold on, I'm looking. All right, cool. I'm caught back up now. Wow. Okay. Continue. Are you messaging me?
No, I'm responding to the wife. She sent me a message.
Gotcha. Important things.
Important things. AVW No Limits Championship. Zay Gates, the now nefarious Zay Gates, retained over Mr. Broadway, Kindle Fire.
Yep, he won by pinfall.
Mm-hmm.
All of Cold Hard Cash got involved,
including the Blue Weenie.
All the Cold Hard Cash gets kicked out, so there's no interference during the match. The guy from Cold Hard Cash comes out to distract Broadway, causing Zay to retain.
All right.
And by the way, huge thank you to Liz, because
yes, thank you, Liz.
Liz sent me and I can't think of her name, Casey. The one that helps put on AVW, they both helped me out with.
Gotcha. Seashell's lady friend.
Yes, Seashell's lady. I don't know what you mean, lady friend.
Well, I don't know why I sounded like an old man when I said that. Speaking of Cecil, speaking of whom, Christian Cash versus Cecil Cerveza. Christian Cash, of course, of Cold Hard Cash, and Christian got the win over Cecil.
So Cold Hard Cash comes.
Is Zay the leader now, or is it still Christian Cash's group?
It's still Christian. It's still Christian Cash's group.
Okay.
Cold Hard Cash comes out and starts beating up Cecil, and then apparently Dadbod comes out to defend Cecil. Yes. The announcer keeps two of Cold Hard Cash and kicks the rest out for a tag match requested by DaBuds.
Yes, so it was T.Y. Ice and Rico Jones. Is T.Y. Ice the blue weenie?
Yes.
Okay. So they went against Kenneth James and Timmy Jackson of DaBuds.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended in a double disqualification.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zach took the notes. Liz just sent it to you. All right.
Oh,
well, either way, we appreciate it.
Hey, guess what? I think we're still going to have a guest.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
I
just got a message.
Okay. Well, that's all the stuff that happened over the weekend, Minderz. So
at least we got that allowed. How about this? Let's take a break.
Let's pay some bills.
Let's pay some bills, and we'll come back. Don't we have one more that happened over? No, we have one more that happened over the weekend. Homegrown. I sent you that.
Oh, shoot.
Hold on. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick.
Okay. Well, I'll pay the bills while you do that.
Okay, you do that.
So, Minderz, you almost let one slip. Scott wants to know if we're going to talk about Jimmy's match from Sunday.
Yeah, we can. Hold on. Let me get back to it.
Because that one I did not get in my notes. So I know the match happened, but I didn't get the results.
So
I'm assuming
ADW heavyweight. Well, and it was against Ashton Adonis.
Oh yes, you were excited about this one.
I was excited about this. Jimmy wins by pinfall. Red gets knocked down by Adonis while trying to kick Jimmy. I'm not sure who Red is.
Ref.
Ref. Hey, tell Zach he needs to double check spelling. It confuses me. Pravity comes out to help beat up Adonis. Pravity gets the ref, and Jimmy wins. So we ought to have a rematch for that one too.
Oh, there you go.
We really should.
Yes. And I think at the next show, at some point, we got to get the keys to the 210 title going again.
I think he's got one more.
Who's the champ right now?
Jackson.
Jackson Morgan.
Yeah.
Pigman.
That was in here somewhere. Let me find it real quick. No. Well, I thought it was in here somewhere.
Do I need to find the thinking music?
No, don't find the thinking music. Oh, wait, maybe there. Nope. Jackson wins by pinfall versus a guy no one knew. Sounds like us doing our thing.
So you can just truncate that to Jabroni.
Ricky Guns versus Jackson Morgan.
Ricky Guns. That's a great name.
Guns, right? For the key to the 210 championship, Jackson retains and earned his third key, one more key, and he gets the opportunity to trade in the belt for a heavyweight championship match.
Not for nothing. Ricky Guns sounds like a great name for a partner for Clayton Clark.
Oh, God.
Jackson has a match on the 13th. So
okay.
I'm guessing that's the last key he needs to get there.
Right.
All right. Did you find your homegrown results, Minderz?
I did. Hold on just 1 second because I'm going to send you a message real quick. There you go. And then, of course, with all those being open, it threw my homegrown back down. There it is. Okay, got it. Guess what? Christian Rose defeated Connor Hopkins. It wasn't for the Dreamwave, though. But
I was going to say, it was not a title match, but
It's not a title
Those two are
match,
kind of
but
joined at the hip these days.
they are. Florida Man beat Miko Maestro. Slade Porter beat Akira Gonzalez. Joe Davies, Gentleman, defeated Scumbag Army. If I remember right, I had Scumbag Army. Damn it.
Yeah, I think I picked Joe's Gentleman there.
Yeah. Leon Lennox beat Cody Kaiser.
Okay.
Joe Carey beat T Money. Bucky Collins beat John Bonhart and Thesis. Three-way dance. Mason Grayskull defeated Aries Creed. So there's your rundown of that.
I think I picked Mason Grayskull just for the He-Man factor.
Right, you did.
I think I did a pretty good had a pretty good clip on that card for predictions.
I think we did all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean, yes, but not here. It'll be on JTR.
Of course we will.
Actually, we're going to be doing JTR Mania coming up here in a couple of weeks, Minderz.
Yep.
It's our annual WrestleMania preview show. So that's where we'll do all our picks and everything. But of course, we'll still talk about the build up as we go forward.
Of course. He gave me homework, Sean. He gave me homework.
I did. I'm trying to look because I want to make sure we have anybody to announce coming up on the shootout, which I believe I have taken notes.
Yeah, we do. I believe next week is one Kindle Fire.
Ah, yes, we didn't get Kendall last week, but we have made up a date, so we are going to try that one again.
Yeah, and that'll get him in right before the AVW show on the 13th. So,
yes, it'll touch of Broadway on the shootout.
And don't forget next week to check out Jumping the Rail because we will continue our Squared Circle Expo month.
Yes, 2 guests on Tuesday.
Possibly 4.
Possibly 4.
Depends on if I hear back from one. That has 2 people. Where's the thinking music? Because now you're doing dead air and I get to yell at you for doing it.
I'm trying to think. Sean's asking what date JTR Mania falls on. I'm just double checking that real quick so I can tell him. But that is on April 18th on the Thursday. It's a separate show
right
from
before.
It's not an actual Jumping the Rail episode. It's a bonus episode that week. So there will be a regular episode on the Tuesday, and then Thursday we will do JTR.
Oh, wow. We got podcasts all week.
Yes.
We're going to be busy.
We're going to be busy.
That's 2 weeks in a row. We got 3 each week.
This is true. Yeah. All right. So, Minderz, while we're waiting for our guests to arrive, should we run down this Pro Wrestling Glory card, make our picks?
We could go ahead, but of course leave the one match that we're super stoked about for last.
Which I'm assuming is going to be the main event.
Well, it'll be main or co-main.
It's the one they've pretty much put all of their promotional firepower behind.
Right.
So.
You have pictures? Did you get pictures?
I got pictures for this one. We got 1, 2,
Yay!
3, 6 matches.
All right.
For the show.
Oh, it's the 17th, not the 18th.
17th. Oh, okay. Yeah. But whatever that
Thanks,
Thursday
Sean.
is. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right. So anyway, first up, we kind of mentioned this a little bit. The poor bastard B.A. Malkin takes on the Limb Ripper, Tommy Davis. Look at this. That's not the bearded gentleman I remember, Minderz.
No. He is mean and he is ready to destroy. It's kind of amazing.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you, I've seen the Limb Ripper in action recently, and you're gonna be very happy.
He may send a bruised and battered B.A. Malkin back to the Four Seasons Health Club.
Right. Right. Go back to where you belong.
Oh, be nice.
That is being nice. I didn't tell him where he
You
could
didn't
go.
call him. You didn't call him what you think BA stands for.
Exactly. Which I can't
Pick
call
me a
him
winner
that at
here.
this show. Really?
Humor me.
Humor you? That would be the Limb Ripper. Thank you. The Limb Ripper is going to. These are shooty match of the year winners from last year.
Yeah, this match won match of the year for our shooties in 2024.
Sure did for TNT.
For TNT, yeah. I think it was still nominated for full blown match of the year also.
No, it wasn't.
I think it was debated whether we should.
Yeah, it was debated whether we should.
Yeah.
We didn't because it was a TNT show. But
Right. I think just to be different, and because he always has tricks, I'm going to say BA, but I don't think he will be healthy at the end of this.
Think I can talk the Limb Ripper into breaking his nose again?
I don't think you have to ask him. Although technically that's not a limb.
Okay. If you say so.
Anyway, moving on. We have Trauma Unit, Devontae Knox and Theo White against the Hype. And 12 Gauge was on AEW last night.
He was with CJ.
With CJ Esparza. They teamed up. Was that against Big Bill and Brian Keith? Or
yep.
Was that another match?
No, it was against Big Bill and Brian Keith. And it was a squash match for him.
Yeah. Well, this is a rematch of sorts, Minderz, from what promotion was that?
Was that EPV or EPW?
I think it was EPW.
Pretty sure.
So I'm excited to get to see this match in person.
Yeah, because both of those teams can go.
Yes. I think I could really piss you off right now by picking first. But
go ahead.
I think we're going to agree on this one, though.
Okay, if we can agree on it.
Trauma Unit.
Got to.
Yeah.
We got to agree.
Hey, and it's not a knock on the Hype. They're really good.
No, they're really good, but Trauma Unit are my boys. I love my Trauma Unit.
Friends of the show, I think they are the most frequent visitors to the shootout.
They are, especially the independent one.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next up, we have, looks like a 4-way match. Jordan Perry versus Valor versus FXB versus CMC.
Yep.
Can I say
it's a lot of initials in there?
We have a freaking epidemic these days in the wrestling business of wrestlers with initials for names.
Right.
I miss the days when people had names in wrestling. It wasn't just initials.
Nah.
Tummy's rumbling a little bit, but it's all right.
Get over it.
So Jordan and CMC tend to team up in these 4-way matches. The last time they kind of worked out, they cut a deal. Of course, they're a tag team elsewhere.
But here lately, CMC's kind of been burning his bridges with different people.
I'm not surprised.
Especially at Glory. No, he's not. But especially at Glory, because I mean, think about it. He had the match with Christian Rose, and
well, he abused poor Rated Ralph for no good reason.
You're not going to let him live that down, are you?
I'm not. What did Ralph ever do? He's a punk.
You're so mean.
Makes me ashamed to have the name Prodigy.
That's your own fault.
Well, because I'm telling you, he's bad news. I told you that.
And I still support him. But you know how I deal with heels anyway. They all like me.
Mm-hmm. And I tend to agree, but not when they're morally bankrupt and
they're not. He's not morally bankrupt. You'll never. Yeah. Okay. Move on. Next
it's gonna take a lot for him to get back in my good graces.
I know.
Now, most of his family is a delight. Well, half. 2 of them, not so much.
Carly anyway. Loves me.
Yeah, Carly's your buddy.
Carly is my buddy.
Sean, where have you been?
They've had beef forever. It's all because it's Rob's fault. Or Reb's fault. Rob's fault. Where'd that
blame Rob. Rob didn't do anything.
I'm not blaming Rob.
It's one of these days, I may have to throw that episode of the shootout up on the JT archive so people can see what the...
See where the beef started?
See where the beef started. Where's the beef? As what's her name from the Burger King commercial said.
I thought it was a Wendy's commercial.
Now it's Burger King.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. The less you talk about CMC, the better we all are.
That's what you say.
You were cursing the good name of Spencer Powers when we were talking about trauma unit Minderz. Mm-hmm. And I say good name with finger quotes, which you can't see off camera, but because he took out our buddy KC at Glory.
We got 5 minutes.
Okay. I think we can stretch it. But anyway, okay. Spencer has...
It was Wendy's. I was right.
What?
I was right.
No. Scott, you betray me. I could have swore it was Burger King.
I was right. It was Wendy's.
I may need to double check this.
You go right ahead, Mr. Jeopardy.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw the graphic up for this match while I do this. But Spencer Powers has a tall order, literally, because he's got Tony G, the ultimate utility player.
Okay.
Is Pixel Dan going to be there, Minderz?
I don't think so. I haven't seen where Pixel Dan's been announced, so...
all right, it was Wendy's. I will stand corrected. It was when I was like 3 years old when that ad campaign launched, so I get a break.
I was only 4, and I still knew.
Well, you're older and wiser back then than I. All right. We didn't make a pick for that 4-way.
I'm kind of torn between 2.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and probably make them all mad. I'm going to go with XMB. FXB. Because you know what? He's actually pretty good.
He's very good.
I do like him.
I have been impressed by FXB. I am going to go on you went out on the same whim I was thinking about. I'm going to go on a different whim. I'm going to say Jordan Perry.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the chairman.
That makes sense too.
Yeah.
I noticed you didn't pick CMC.
No, it's I have beef with the Yugoslavians.
So just a lovely reminder, the show Saturdays. The show Saturdays is called Leave a Legacy, as we've been seeing it keep popping up. April 5th, it's going to be at Hammer Strength and Fitness. Doors open at 6, bell time at 7. Front row is sold out.
All right. Well, Minderz, Spencer Powers, Tony G. Pick me a winner.
Spencer. I don't like Spencer, but I like Spencer more than I like Tony.
I think I'm going to go Tony.
I don't know. My ears.
He's had a fiery attitude since he's been back in Glory.
I know, but I don't know if my ears can handle the fans for Tony.
Well, it depends on where we're sitting, and my cushion is about to go out from underneath me. Give me just a second to readjust.
Fix your seat.
Uh-huh. The struggle is real when you have a detachable butt cushion on your chair. We have a rematch on this show, Minderz, from the last Glory show.
Oh boy, yeah, and I'm hoping somebody doesn't get hit in the solar plexus again.
Is this? I forget which title is this for? Is it for the Dreamwave belt now?
Let me double check.
Because the last show was for the Iron Spirit Championship.
Hold on. I'm going to put you on mute for a minute. You talk.
Okay. Well, if I'm Connor Hopkins, I'm putting some kind of padding around my upper torso before this match because the children seem to enjoy punching him in the sternum, which is not cool. There's parents, if you're bringing kids, and let the kids know if the wrestler invites you to strike the opponent, chops, just a slap. No punch.
Yeah, no punch to the solar plexus.
No.
This is
Connor was
for
not
the
happy
dream.
at the last show.
This one's for the Dreamwave Championship.
Okay.
So this is for the Dreamwave Championship.
Okay.
And if I remember right, regardless of who wins, it's still going to be Connor Hopkins and Christian Rose in a cage.
But it just might not be for the championship.
What'd I say? I thought I said Christian Rose.
You did.
Oh, I thought I said
it's still going to be Christian Rose and Connor Hopkins in the cage, but I said, but it may not be for the championship.
Right.
What do you think? Who do you think? I think I got to go Connor in this match. We've seen him defend that championship more than once, and he usually finds a way to win.
Yes. I'm going with Connor. Partially because I'm selfish.
You just want Christian to beat him.
Yeah. Partially because I'm selfish. I'm real selfish. All right, but let's go ahead and talk about the last match because I'm sure he'll be here anytime. So
yes. All right.
He was working on some things real quick. So
okay, how excited are you for this main event?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at like an infinity.
How giddy is Giddy Mindy going to be on this show?
Very giddy. Very, 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 very giddy. I already have money set aside so I can get my picture taken with Rhino. I'm so ready for the meet and greet. I hope there's a meet and greet. Yeah,
I've meted and greeted him in the past, so.
Oh, I have too, but I want to meet and greet him again.
I can't remember if I got a picture with him. I got to go back into my camera roll, but we'll see. But anyway, we're dancing around this because we're trying to kill time.
How excited were we though when we found out who was wrestling him?
Quite, very, very, very excited. But anyway, we're beating around the bush here. It's DaCobra is taking on Rhino in the main event, and good lord,
between chops and gore. Okay, you know what? They haven't announced anything for Marvin to do, and I'm sure he's going to be there. Is there any chance that like Rhino could come out earlier, gore him, and then go away?
Well, and then come back out. He's going to come out and run his trap in the ring.
Right.
He's going to say things to offend people. I mean, look what happened with Truck Thompson at the last show.
Yeah, he wasn't very bright on that one now, was he?
No, and this might be worse if he was to anger Rhino or Cobra, for that matter.
All I'm thinking of is what we see when we watch the Extreme Effing Review.
Mm-hmm.
And Rhino gores people like Bill Alfonso.
I was going to say, we just watched him gore Fonzie.
Yeah.
And you'll hear that episode next Friday on the 11th.
Yes.
But
make sure you check it out.
It should be fun. And yeah, as soon as we heard Rhino was announced for the show, we were like, oh, I hope he gets the gore Marvin.
Right. That was our first thing. Then our second thing was when we saw who he was fighting.
Oh.
No. Stop it. See, smack backhand.
Where's my spoon?
You don't get one. Crap, where'd mine go? Oh, there's mine. You have a fork. That's not even fun.
I don't have a spoon over here. I don't eat Cheerios at my desk. Yeah, I am really looking forward to this. This might be a get your shit and move match.
I don't know.
Or at least get your friggin' hands off of the guardrail match.
Yeah, get your hands off the guardrail match. I can understand that.
I offered one helpful tip to the kids about not punching. Another one, don't hang on the guardrails.
Yeah, don't stand on the guardrails.
Especially if somebody is getting whipped into the guardrails at a high rate of speed.
Because that could never end well.
So you get the
it could end really bad, actually. Hey, and you know what? I'm going to give another shout out too to Top Rope Baking.
Because yes, Top Rope Baking.
They're going to be at the show Saturday, and they have some of the best cookies ever. Lord only knows what ones they're going to have, but
Yeah.
they're usually really good cookies. Really, really good cookies.
Yes.
All right, what else do we have coming up? Anything?
We have to pick for this main event.
You might want to play the music. We might need a minute for this one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I gotta go Cobra. I got to.
Okay, I'm gonna say this before
you better say it quietly because you know.
I got a hunch it's gonna be Rhino.
I think it's gonna be Cobra.
It's gonna be awesome, no matter who it is.
It's gonna be awesome. The fans are gonna be the ones that win. Straight up. Super excited.
Yeah, there is
We've
no
been
loser
excited
in
for
this
match. There
the
really
second
isn't.
that Rhino got announced, we've been excited for this match. Because when they first announced Rhino, we started thinking, who's this match going to be with? And I think we both agreed, what if it's Cobra?
Mm-hmm. And we both got really excited.
Giddy. First you yelled at me for teasing you with a good time, and then we find out it actually happened.
And then it happened, and I was like, oh, you're not teasing me anymore. Okay.
No, not to tease. Any chance we can get Cyrus with him? Or Carino?
Carino, okay. Cyrus, I will punch you.
Well, Carino works for WWE. Maybe we can get Jack Victory.
No, oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, Jack, that'd be fun. I like Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Is he in the wheelchair, though?
Probably not. I think he was out of the wheelchair by the end of ECW.
Oh, well, crap.
Yeah. I got to get on the horn if Toby decides to do another vendor gig next year, I may have to get him in touch with Jack.
Lynn. Fonzie.
Yes.
Any of those.
Yes. Yeah, we're kind of pumped for this Square Circle Expo, especially knowing who has been announced and the photo ops and all that stuff. It's ridiculous. I said I was going to do one, which was the Four Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing 5 now.
I said I was doing 2, and I'm doing 6.
Mm-hmm. Most of them are because you don't want to stand in line at the tables and maybe not get.
Which is very true. Because one of the big ones is Will Ospreay, and I just don't want to stand in line.
Run down your list here, Minderz.
Oh, my list?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, there's
now some of these we're splitting.
Yeah, and some of these I'm split with Bari.
Right.
Oh, can we not? Can we put a pin in that?
We can put a pin in that because I think somebody's here. Would you like to do the honors, Minderz?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
So joining us right now is the one that's going to be facing Rhino this Saturday. And we're super excited. DaCobra!
Hey, what's going on, people? How's it going?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I'm here. I see you. Yeah, oh, you got the OG one on.
I got the OG.
Yeah, okay, I see you.
You better have, what were the 2 colors you had? Red and orange?
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, those are new ones. Yeah, the cartoon character one. Yeah, that's one of my faves.
I'll get it Saturday.
That's one of my faves. Hey, I appreciate you. So y'all been going strong, man. Hey, I know we had a time, but hey, things just didn't work out. Life was lifing for me today. So, you know what I'm saying? But I did make the little time to pop in here and see what's going on with y'all.
No, that's good because actually that's what we said. We said you had the chitlins, so we figured it probably had something to do with the chitlins.
Oh yeah, life is busy, brother.
All right,
so we're gonna get into the glory show, but first I want to take a second because you had a match with Noah on Saturday.
Yeah.
So just kind of give us your take on Noah Clover. He's a young guy.
Oh yeah, I heard he's only been in the game for probably about 2 years. I mean, he did some stuff before that, but I mean, he's tough. He can take a beating, that's for sure. You know, but but I mean, just a couple of small things that that he probably needs to think ahead on before going into the ring with, I guess, someone with 20 plus years of experience. But yeah, I mean, I think he's tough, and I'll let it go with him again.
I want to be. It was so bad because we make our picks.
Of course,
Poor Noah.
everybody does.
Poor
Everybody
Noah.
does.
Noah's my buddy, and he got put in there with you, and I was like, no, you're just gonna have to understand.
Yeah.
You just gotta understand, kid.
Hey, every ass whooping got a lesson. That's every ass whooping. I had to go through it whenever I was coming in the game, and I mean that's just a part of the deal,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean he's tough. He's tough as hell. He just needs to clean up his clean up his act, and he should be on the right track.
Just tighten some screws. Here.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a nice way to put it. Hey, that's an old school way to put it right there. You tighten a couple of screws.
I listen to Mark Henry on Busted Open. He says that a lot. So
okay.
So we saw they made the announcement today for War Games, though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're taking on one Victor Analog.
Oh. So either he accepted or, I mean, someone just decided to make that happen.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one too. His head has gotten real big. I mean, Victor's a talented cat, but you know what I'm saying. We kind of got like this love-hate deal. We've been back and forth for a decent amount of time, so I like that. I like that edge he got.
Yeah. Well, I like the match you guys had. Was it 2 years ago at War Games?
I think we opened War Games.
They opened War
the
Games
junior
2 years
championship.
ago. Yeah.
And
that was a damn good match.
That was really good. I mean, it was so. And I said this year. I mean, you're both different than how you were during that match.
That's true.
So,
that is true. So I think you found something that he was kind of missing, and sometimes with that power, it can boost you a little farther than normal. Like I mean, when you talk about years, like I've been in the game for a decent amount of time, and when you have that amount of power that he has right now, I mean the lack of respect, the carelessness, on top of his skills, like he's a skilled athlete already, but I mean he's just so clouded right now with with what's going on. And it's a different look, but I like the edge for him. I like it. And I hope, come War Games that he bring all that, because I feed off of that. That's something I'm looking forward to.
So, we've been asking for heel Victor for I don't know how long.
Oh man.
Because he was the squeaky clean guy. And I was like, when you turning? I need you to be who you really are.
Oh, yeah.
I need to be who you really are.
Mm-hmm. And
we got it.
Yeah.
That's good. I just hope it stands up to, the hype.
Right.
So with the attitude change, how does that change your strategy? Because you know Victor well.
Oh yeah.
Been in the ring with him plenty of times. Does this change your plan, like your strategy for going at him now?
Oh, I think there's definitely a strategy change, because I mean he ain't the same guy. So he ain't the same gullible guy. There was a lot of times I'm like, dude, come on. You still kind of falling for that. We've been in here a couple of times and you still falling for that. That just shows the growth is not really happening here. You know what I'm saying? But now, I mean, being brave enough to I'm sorry, I ain't giving no open challenges. You got to work for whatever you get. I ain't and he's being real ballsy doing open challenges for the heavyweight title. That's a really, really big, that's a really big move. So I think the strategy is a little different, and he's been successful doing it. So, I mean, that's a whole different strategy right there. I can't go in there expecting him to fall for the same tricks that I throw, Yeah. So it's definitely going to be strategized a little bit more on my end. But I'm also going to be eyes open in case he try to do some surprise off top, come at me hard type deal too. So, I mean,
I'm
on my toes. You're going to be aware because Warhorse is going to be there too.
Yeah,
oh, shit. Ain't that his
that's his type partner.
They team up somewhere, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they team up down Anarchy as Annihilation.
I see. That's that's something else too. Because I don't have friends like that. I don't really have.
Oh, I bet you I could think of one that would cover for you if you asked him very nicely.
He probably. I think I know what you're talking about, but he would probably want me to punch him in the face first, and then he would say, "Are you ready to go?" type deal. Yeah, you got to be talking about Carrot. You got to be talking about somebody. Yeah, we definitely have a love-hate respect kind of deal. Like we didn't beat the respect out of each other. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I usually try to stay away from Kid. I mean, he a little off the hinges, but I think if someone is down to fight, I'd definitely rather have him in my corner. That's for sure.
Well, how do you feel about this whole War Games match that's coming up?
I'm excited.
I'm just gonna ask. Huh?
I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to go. I'm excited. It's gonna be another hard hitting one. So, I'm definitely ready for that. I feed off of any kind of energy like that possible. I feed off of. I mean, you guys know you've been around for a long time. You've been watching the growth of Cobra and all that. So, I mean, I'm definitely ready to roll.
Well, we haven't been around for 20 years, but
well, yeah, I know. But
I've gone back and watched matches from 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was gonna say, yeah, that age ain't bothering me yet, man. I'm still in the go. It ain't kicked in. That 41 don't mean nothing to me right now.
It's just a number.
It's all right. You're still the youngest one in this group, so. But yeah.
Hey,
Rev,
let's shift gears a little bit because I'm going to save the elephant in the room for last here, but we talked a little bit about AVW, and you got a little beef there with Zay Gates lately. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, that little shit. Yeah,
that little shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him. I thought the kid was good by himself. You know, I thought he was moving up. There was still a couple screws loose on him too that he needed to tighten up. But I mean, skills. I mean, he's got a heart of gold. One, he's tough as nails. Yeah, let's go with the did. Yeah, let's go with the did. He's tough as nails. So I mean, that was on me. One, for dropping my guard, and like I said, I don't have a lot of friends. In that case, and I understand that, and that's why. I mean, this is a game that we are all in it for ourselves. There can only be one top guy. There can't be, we can't be friend top guys. It just can't. That's just how it works. So I mean, it's a dog-eat-dog world in this sense of professional wrestling. So I understand that, and I should have been aware. But I mean, grinding and pushing through that tournament, and it was not an easy tournament. And I mean, from the kickoff, from the triple threat, having Joey, man, the triple threat.
I'm so mad.
So, and then there was a part, there was fans over there cheering, and I'm like, wait a second. I go to give, who was it? I think it was, we're outside. Match? No, the first.
Was Joey?
No.
Was it Devontae?
Yeah, Devontae, yeah. So he's out, and I go to give him a chop because that's my thing. That's my favorite thing to do. That's my favorite thing to do.
You
right
do
there.
It so well.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that.
But I hope you never take one.
Try to knock the air out of people.
Yeah.
Nah, Red. we got to take care of you, man. Now you good, brother.
I appreciate that.
I got your back on that one. But so I go to give him one, and he ducks out of it, and I end up hitting the pole, but my finger got jammed, so I'm down, and there's fans like, get out, Cobra, and I'm up here like trying to pop my finger back in place, because it freaking got jammed. I'm like, dude, and right at the nick of time, thank goodness, it came out and I was able to get back up in there and go. But I mean, that was some painful shit right there. But it is what it is too. It is what it is too.
I feel bad for the pole.
Right.
Now, see, I know that first triple threat was a tough one for you, but that second match you had with IK3.
Hey, I was asleep on that kid. I was asleep. I've never heard of him. Never heard of him. And yeah,
he was stiff. You guys were stiff.
Oh yeah, no, I love that. I mean,
there was potatoes thrown in that one.
Oh, 100%. I've been saying, there was something said like, there's multiple talents whenever it comes to professional wrestling. So you have your entertainers and you have your sports. Do you remember that phase that we're going through at that time where there's entertainers and then there's sports? I'm on the edge of both of them.
Right.
So I mean, I love to entertain. I like to make that, you know what I'm saying? I want the fight to be theatrical and I want people to be invested in like, oh, what the hell is he going to do next type deal? But I also believe coming into professional wrestling, you have to have some kind of fight background, not necessarily be like an MMA fighter or be a boxer or nothing like that. I mean, you have to be willing and ready to fight, like legitly at any time. I really believe that, because there's guys that you can get up in there with that don't want to do what you want to do, or you go left and they're like, no, I'm going right. And it's like, what are you going to do about that? You have to make their ass go right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, you have to make
do
them.
what you want to
So
do.
he's the guy that I get in there and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be easy. Let's go ahead and run through this kid. I don't know anything about him. But I mean, from this initial lockup, and I'm trying to maneuver him, I'm like, okay, I'm bigger than you, dude. There ain't no way, But he's strong. He's strong. And the first strike, I'm like, oh, okay. So we're going here, which
I don't think
I'm
he was
okay
ready
with.
to go there. I don't think he was ready.
I don't think he held his own, but he wasn't ready. No. I can do that shit all night. I can just have a straight match and just blow, and let's go blow for blow, dude. I can do that. But I prefer that. To me, that's the most realist thing in professional wrestling, and I'm all about that. So it is what it is. And that was from a lesson learned probably about 15 years ago. I got put in the situation where I had to balls up, and this is where we're at,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I believe you got to have some kind of edge. You have to have some kind of will to fight, like legitimately, because it's not going to be an easy one, especially stepping into the ring with me. It's not going to go that way. I can't do that.
It makes me think of, I went back and I was watching some old stuff. WWE's been putting all this old stuff on YouTube, like and I saw a match, Ron Garvin and Ric Flair, where they were just chopping the shit out of each other for.
Man.
I mean, everybody sleeps on Ron Garvin, but
Dude.
he's kind of that same vibe that you were just describing. He would rather just go in and trade with you than wrestle you.
Oh, yeah. Eventually, shit. Eventually, once you train and the body wears down, the wrestling part is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're too sore and stiff, and your muscles are throbbing, and you have the little pulsations going on. You can't you can't react or move as sharp as you would in those cases. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I prefer to break you down. If I can break you down faster, I'd much rather do that, because we won't get paid by the hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
I saw at that AVW show. I saw Little Man took off because you guys were coming after his area, and he was like, he started looking for me. I was like, come on, come find me. You know where I'm at.
No. Oh man, he was so heartbroken when that turn happened at the main, because that's one of his. He's like, yeah, Pops. No, no disrespect, but that's one of my favorite wrestlers here. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he turned, and it just broke his heart. So.
Well, that explains why I got the big long.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. He was not too happy about that one at all. He hated it. He hated it. You spoke to one, Dad, and I don't believe he did that, and he's going off. I'm like, yeah, I get it, man. I get it. It's okay. I mean, he'll get his. Everything comes around. Yeah.
Hey, Minderz, can I tease you with a good time?
Yes.
Because I just had I think a really good idea, because and next time you're in there with Zay, he's going to have his boys with him. Cold Hard Cash. So I just had an idea for a 6-man tag where you take Zay, Cash, and say the Blue Weenie on one team.
TYIs.
He looks like a version of the Blue Weenie. I call him the Blue Weenie. But anyway.
Wow. That's where you went with that.
That's where I went.
Yeah, that's where he went with that.
Oh, okay, there it is.
But imagine if we get Cobra teaming up with War Beast.
Oh shit!
Beast.
Actually, why don't you just bring your strike pit with you? Just bring
Hodari
those guys
and
to AVW. War Beast, the tag team at AVW now, the really big.
Oh, those guys.
Those guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
they're fun.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I didn't see their work, but they are massive dudes.
They are.
Yeah. They can go.
Oh, that's right. You had a show. You had to pull double duty the night they wrestled.
Yep.
The night you wrestled, because you wrestled Excalibur.
Excalibur.
Yeah.
No, it's Excalibur.
Yeah, it's Excalibur.
Not the Man in the Mask.
No, not the
No,
dumbass that's in the
No.
mask. No,
Nuh-uh.
not that guy.
No,
The
no,
good
X a mean
Excalibur.
dude. Yeah, no, he a mean dude. Yeah,
But,
he a mean dude.
You had double duty that night, so you had
Yeah.
bounce right after.
Oh man, that
So
was
you
a
didn't get to
close
see
call
them.
too. Yeah. Oh yeah, that one
Was
was
it?
close. Oh, it was close. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I think I want to do this no more. You know, it seemed so simple whenever I was younger. It's like, oh shit, wait a minute,
Right?
man. Wait a
Right?
minute. Gotta slow her down here just a little bit.
All right, Rev, are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room?
Let's get to it.
How
We talked about it
excited
quite a bit
are you,
before.
Cobra?
Being able to go up against someone that I watched on television. So this is it's crazy. I feel that I'm mentally prepared for it. I feel that I'm ready for it. Because this guy was destroying people for years, and I feel that I'm in the same boat now. You know. So I'm excited. The fan me is over the top. Like, oh, this is crazy, dude. What? Like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Type B. I would have loved him more in his prime, but we'll find out because he's still kicking ass and traveling and going back to back to. I'm like, God dang, this dude's still out here putting in work.
Yep.
So I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to stop that train.
Yeah.
Because he out here doing it. I'm ready to stop that train.
I'm worried about you taking that gore. I'm worried you're gonna take that gore.
Hey, hear me out. I have already took it once before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was in 2015. So 2015, I was working at a company in Chicago called Resistance Pro. Yes, I was the champion there forever. And so, but when I first got there, a buddy of mine linked me up to the company. He was like, "Here, something they're doing tryouts. You should go. I think they'll like you." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. Whatever we can do." So I get out there, and I get there, and I'm like, I'm this scrawny little small. I'm probably like 165 pounds, which is hard to believe if you haven't saw me then because I'm 220 now.
Well, you
but
forget.
yeah.
I watched you when you were still doing UWC, so I saw tiny Cobra.
You saw 630 Cobra, yeah.
Yeah, I saw tiny Cobra.
Right. Okay. So I'm out here. I'm out there, and there's like, yeah. So we're gonna put you in the opener, so you can kind of set the pace. It won't be a part of the show, but you just get 5 minutes. Go out there and do your thing. 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm down. So I'm trying to think of all the stuff. What can I do? I don't even know who I'm going up against. And then it's like, yeah, you're going up against this guy here. And we move you guys to the beginning of the show. I'm like, so actually on tape? So he was like, yeah. I'm like, so I'm freaking out. Oh, I'm excited, freaking out because now the pressure's on it. First it was a dark match, but now it's like, okay, we're putting you at opener of the show, which is a really important spot. That's like that's just as important as the main event. If people get there and you're not wrestling fans, how can we get you involved right now?
Yep.
So yes.
You can't go on last, go on first.
Oh yeah. So so he was like, yeah, it was another big guy. So I was like, oh shit, I ain't lifting him. I ain't doing any of that crap. So we ended up having the match, and he was like, at mid-match, 4 minutes in, freaking the music hit, Rhino comes out, the big dude leaves, I turn, boom, hits me with a goal. I'm like shocked, excited, in pain, the whole nine. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Did I just get, so I'm flipping out. Young me is just over the top. Oh my God, this hurts so good,
Yep.
So, but yeah, so I've been hit with it, and that's when I was way smaller. So, I'm older. I'm more knowledgeable now. That was 2015. This is 05. You do the math.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to avoid it at all costs. But like I said, he's also older now too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just as dangerous, and there ain't gonna be no holding back on him neither. I already know what I'm getting into. I already know what I'm being involved in. So I am head over heels, and I'm ready. I'm locked, focused, and ready to do this.
When they first announced Rhino was going to be at the show, Reb looks at me. He says, "What if Cobra fights him?"
Wow!
And I said,
I didn't think.
That was the second thing I
said,
said.
"Are
'Cause
you-"
first I said, what if he gores Marvine?
Yeah, we want him to
That'd be
gore
awesome.
Marvine. We want him to gore Marvine.
That would be
But
awesome.
then he goes, "What if he fights DaCobra?" And I said,
Wow.
"Don't you dare tease me. Don't
I mean,
tease me with a good time.
Mm.
Don't
I
tease me."
legit couldn't think of anybody else on the roster that would be more qualified.
Wow, brother,
in that
that's awesome.
situation.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Really, I
So
appreciate
then-
that.
And then when they announced it, we were like, "Oh, it's happening!"
I was just as blown away as you guys. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we're doing. I'm
Yeah.
down with that.
And we've been watching a
So
lot
the
of Rhino
cousin-
for the
Wait, but-
ECW pod we're doing. And we're watching young Rhino, like 23, 24-year-old Rhino. 2000.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Guy's a monster. He's always been a monster, man.
Mhm.
I mean, absolute
watched
beast.
him- We just watched him gore Fonzie. Bill Alfonso.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
just watched that tonight.
Nah. They had to get it out of your system, huh?
Yeah. I was saying, it's gonna
Holy
let you know you've got some fans that are coming to see you. Because
Oh, yeah.
Mama's coming. Mama's coming.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool.
And the cousin's coming.
Oh, nice. I've been saying, yeah, I got a couple from Chicago that's really excited about this too. I'm like, they're more excited than I am. They're like, because we're not getting hit.
Yeah,
That's what-
exactly. We're not the
I was
ones
like,
in there
yeah,
with
okay.
him.
I was like, yeah, there we go. We'll go with that. Why not? That sounds pretty
So-
good.
I've noticed something, and I want to ask, and if I'm being off track, you can tell me.
Of
But
course.
so we've noticed, we noticed with the gear and everything, and we questioned you about Tajiri had inspired your look, and you of course
for
have told
sure.
us yes.
Mhm.
Has Shinsuke been the one to kind of inspire you here lately with the come on?
Yes, believe it or not, that all happened. Well, I'm a big fan of his, and a lot of people don't like this, but I'm a big fan of Hogan.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You can be a fan of Hogan. We just
Yeah.
may not agree.
Oh, for sure. 100%. We can agree to
We
disagree.
agree to disagree. Yeah.
But yeah, which is when the you kind of come in.
Yeah.
And it all happened by accident. Like you never really know what would actually work until you just kind of it's heat of that moment. I'm connecting with them. They're feeling my energy.
Look what he's got there.
Let's go.
My friend got me an autographed case of the beer.
Wow. That's awesome. I don't care. I'm down with it.
I'll bring one
Right?
for you.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah. After I defeat Rhino, then we can have one of those.
There you go.
Yeah.
You do
So
it.
yeah.
Let's do it.
So that originally it was Bring It. It was Bring It, and then it kind of just swerved into inviting that because
Yep.
that's my rush. That's my rush, man. Every hit from that point, it takes it from a wrestling match, and now you're in my world, and I
Yep.
feed off of that. The more pain I go through, the more it fires me up to go. It's weird. I don't understand it, but that's what it is. So, yeah, I've always been a fan of Shinsuke as well, but that just kind of came by. I guess I don't have no idea.
But that explains why you and Carrot have such good matches because both of you enjoy pain. So
I
that
guess
explains.
that could be it. I
That's
have
it.
a really high pain tolerance, which is weird.
Yeah.
It is, and that falls in the. Sometimes it's bad because it's hard for me to be. What's that word? To have sympathy. I really suck at that.
Yeah, empathy.
Yeah. I try hard, and I'm like, hey, stop it! You're not hurt. Your arm is hanging off your shoulder joint. Is just the arm is just dangling. Come on, dude, stop it!
It's mind over matter kind of thing.
Stop it! You're being ridiculous now. You know, and I try not to be that way. Like I don't try to be that way, but that's just it's so hard for me. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I was damaged as a kid. I have no idea. But
Well, what gets me is whenever like somebody chops you, and I just kind of look and then they chop you again, and you haven't done the you part yet. It's just they chop you, and I look at you and I'm like, uh-oh. You're
I need
just
that.
You're just pissing him off.
Don't
You're-
even
you're
warn him. Don't even warn her. I need that. I need all of that. I need as much anger and aggression they can bring possible. That is what lives me up.
Minderz, it's like if you're trying to wrestle a crocodile. I watched The Crocodile Hunter, and whenever they have like the 4 or 5 guys that jump on the croc to trapping them, and you can tell, like they can tell when the crocodile's building up energy to where they would have to get up and just get the fuck out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's kind of the same deal. Like if it makes any sense, like when you're in the corner getting chopped like that, like you can see it building up in you when you're.
Oh man, I try to keep it under control so they don't see, but the reaction from the fans and oh my god, it's just such a rush, and I try to keep it contained, but it don't work out. It don't work out that way. But
you know what? There's some people that can see it building, but there's other people that are like, wait, what's going on? Like,
normally it's the talent. Yes, normally it's the talent. They don't realize it until it's too late.
Right.
But even if they can, what are they going to do?
Yes, they can't do anything.
At that point, I feel almost invincible. So yeah, you're probably about right. Yeah. I mean, what are you really going to do? What you going to do? I had to. I couldn't pass that moment. You guys did it. You guys did it. I could not pass that moment. I'm sorry.
We'll take it.
I couldn't pass it. It was right there.
It's fine. Oh, Reb, this has been a blast. So we got to get him back on again.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you've got any 3X in the t-shirts, I may have to snag one from you on Saturday.
I think I do. I'm not sure, but yeah, that'd be awesome, man. I'd appreciate that for sure. Any kind of support you guys do is always great. You know it.
Oh yeah.
So what else do you have coming up? So we know you're doing war games. What other matches you got coming up? Other than, of course, the Coup de Gras. Yeah, that word. I can't say that word. Coup de Gras.
The what? What do you call it?
The Coup de Gras match that you have going on.
Ask Dan Malenko what that means, Minderz.
Shut up. We're not talking about Dan Malenko. Kiss my ass, Reb.
But what?
No, you don't understand. So we pulled a little April Fool's Day joke on everybody.
Oh God. Okay.
And so jumping the rail this past Tuesday, the Mad Bash guys, Dickie and Michael Madrox came on, and they did the JTR show, and we did their spot show.
All right.
Okay. So when we did their spot show, we decided we were going to talk about WrestleMania 17.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah, and so we got to the Eddie test match. Eddie match. And you know how Dean Malenko comes out?
Okay.
Well, Mindy had a mispronounce and called Dean Malenko Dan Malenko.
Oh God. Okay.
And now they won't let me live it down.
Oh.
So now he will forever be Dan Malenko.
Wow.
And we're meeting him at the expo at the end of the month, and I'm hoping that she calls him Dan.
Dude, and that was one of my favorites too, man. Oh, yeah. Holy smoke. And see, when I was younger, dude, I was sleep on him so bad. Like, I didn't know he was actually one of the dopest dudes in the game. Like, I was into like the character, because I wasn't a WWF guy neither. I was a WCW dude. Like, that's what I grew up watching, you know? So I mean, I was into like the characters, like the Sting and the, you know what I'm saying, and the Hogans and I was into those characters. I wasn't even hip to WWF at the time, but so I would look right past him, even though he's like one of the dopest dudes. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the man without the hose. Oh, that's cool. I like that background, but he wasn't really like a flashy character, you know. Right. And now I watch some of his stuff, like what was it? Some years ago, man, and I'm like, this is amazing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
See, I kind of did the same thing until I watched him and Eddie in ECW.
Oh God!
And that's what woke me up. And then I went back and I saw him in a whole different way when I watched like WCW stuff again.
And see, I was asleep on Eddie too, and he's like my favorite out of everybody, out of every wrestler.
He's in my top 3.
He's my top. He's my one.
He's your one?
Oh yeah, it's him, Michaels, you know, in that kind of an order. You know, but I mean, man, like that's one of my favorites.
Should we tell Cobra who we're getting professional photo ops with at Squared Circle Expo? Yeah, we're getting professional photo ops done at Squared Circle Expo because they announce them, so that way you don't have to wait in such a long line to get pictures with your favorites.
Uh-huh.
So Reb started out with he wanted one.
I just wanted the one with the
He just
horseman.
wanted one. He just wanted the horseman. So
They got
it's J.J. Dillon, Tully Blanchard,
Arn
Anderson,
Wyndham.
and
Arn Anderson, bro. That's another one that's like
Double A. He's
was
my number
favorite.
one.
Oh
that's
yeah.
it. That's
Oh
Reb's
yeah.
number one.
Yep, that was mine too in the Horsemen.
Tito Santana
So-
number 2, by the way.
Yeah, Tito Santana's his number 2.
Okay.
So,
He was my
So-
first favorite wrestler when I was a kid. So
Oh, okay.
so here are a list of people that we are now getting professional photo ops with. I have 6 and Reb has 5. So
a couple
Of course.
overlaps.
Women, they always want more, man.
so we're doing Shark Boy and Curry Man.
Damn. Is it the original Shark Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome too.
And it's Daniels under the hood.
And then Daniel's under Curry Man.
Wow,
so-
that's awesome too.
Yeah. And then I'm doing APA with Farouk and JBL.
Oh God. Yeah.
We're doing Will Ospreay.
Okay.
We're doing Joe Hendry. We're doing
I don't get the hype, but I mean everybody's crazy about him.
Man, he's
So
over.
I think I'm just supposed to like him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm I don't know what's going on with the guy. I don't get it. But
now
yeah,
here come
okay.
the big ones. So here's the big ones.
Damn, those won the big ones already. That's like some pretty good names.
No. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler
Whoa. Okay,
together in one picture.
that's fire.
And then Slick and Akeem.
Hold up, I'm a little sleep. Slick and Akeem.
Akeem
Yeah.
used to be One Man Gang.
The African Dream.
Oh
The
God.
African Dream, Akeem.
Oh, okay. No, that got past me. I'm like,
going
wait a minute.
We're going
Yes.
way back.
Yes, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. No, that's dope. That's dope. And this
then
is
we
all
got-
when?
The
this
end of
is gonna
April.
be the end of
The 25th and
Square
26th in
Circle Expo
Indianapolis.
over in Indianapolis.
Oh, look at y'all, man. That's awesome. That's
and then
awesome.
like Jake Oman's gonna be there. Jack
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn. We just had Jack Vaughn on the show this week.
Sweet.
Yeah. We've got our Squared Circle Expo month coming up. We get to
What's
meet
going
Joel
on?
Gertner. Huh?
It's ongoing.
Reb?
It started this week.
Yeah, it started this week. So next week, we've got Toby Hope
Toby
with
Hope
his Hope
and
Promotions.
and Adolfo Dorta, the one of the organizers.
I mean, y'all
one of the
making
order-
moves. That's what's up. That's real good.
Well,
It's
it was
good
on the
to see
hustle.
y'all actually growing. That's amazing.
We're trying.
We're
But
trying.
Yeah.
like Joel Gertner's gonna be there from ECW.
Blue Meanie's going to be there.
Blue Meanie's gonna be
Raven.
there. Super Crazy Raven.
Dude, hey, Raven, cool, man. Like that's one of the coolest dudes. He's different though. He's so different.
I love him. I met him a few years
He's
ago up
so
at
different.
Dreamwave. I met him up at Dreamwave a few years back. Hey, you know Bari.
Barry.
You know our buddy Bari. Jabari Sinclair.
The big guy.
The big black guy that hangs out with us.
Yeah. Dude, I suck your name. You know how many people I see? I suck your
I
name.
know.
I'm like how you said, oh, the big black dude. Oh yeah, I know. How many of them is it really? But I knew exactly who y'all was talking about.
Well, yeah, but the ones that run around with us. So that makes the
Exactly.
difference.
Mhm.
So
I'm like, dude, I see so many people.
Bari made a comment. He said, well, him and I were the ones that went up to Dreamwave to go meet. Went up to meet Raven.
Okay.
And Raven's table was right next to Shane Douglas's.
Mhm.
And Bari told Raven that he was the greatest CC champion ever.
Right in front of
Oh,
Shane.
I think he was.
Right.
I think he was just kissing ass, or he was starstruck for a second.
Now
Hey.
he was stirring the pot, is what he was doing. 'cause
Oh, is that what that was?
Raven looked over at Shane and goes, "Hey, do you hear him? He said I'm the greatest CCW champion ever."
Wow.
It
Now
was
see-
so fun.
Now, see, I
Wow.
say it's Shane.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I like Shane.
That's funny.
And then Dreamer came out and beat up on Raven.
Dreamer came out, and it was a good time. But yeah,
That's
anyway,
good though, man. No, that's awesome. So I have I believe there's a May 3rd. I have a show May 3rd, and that is T3 Ultimate Wrestling. I have one May 24th, and that's Squared Circle. That's another one of my main promotions.
Yep,
That's Squared Circle.
Yeah, I've seen the advertisements for that one.
Yeah, so it's the
Who are you fighting for that one?
That's my tag team thing, man. I'm trying to get my tag team thing going too, because I'm trying to get as much done as I can in the time frame that I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really locked in. There's a couple guys I wanted to team up with and actually like try to run a tag team. Of course, you need to find someone that can relate to you in ring and out. So I mean that's
you ended up going with what, Elite Pit or Elite?
No, it's Strike Kings, but we're not sure if we're sticking with it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we needed some for advertisement, so we had to get on the go.
Yeah.
But I call myself the Strike King already, so
Right.
I mean, and he's a striker too. But it's like, I kind of want some for us, as a whole type deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I even put some out where there's a couple of really good opinions that some of the fans had through at me, which was pretty cool too. I'm like, let me just throw it out here, why not, and see what happens.
Yeah.
But so there's a couple good names with that. They kind of went along with it. Also, I have some in the works. I'm not mentioning it, but I will give you guys a little I guess a taste. I'm trying to get some going in Texas.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's still in the works. I'm still talking, but this is the first time it's been said nor mentioned right now. So yeah, so that's what
bit of advice, you're going to Texas, do not throw up in Texas. You wait until you get in Oklahoma.
What?
And if you do, don't tell Briscoe.
And if you do throw up in Texas, don't tell Briscoe.
Oh, that's a running thing. We had the grappler on, and he said when he rode with Dick Murdoch, he would not throw up in Texas.
What the
he waited
hell
until
is
they got
that?
across the OK border.
The OK border.
The OK border.
No. Wow. Yeah, I've never heard that. I've never heard that.
And I think Minderz is going to mention that to Bradshaw.
I am. I'm going to mention it to Jerry. I'm going to mention it to Briscoe.
Oh yeah,
Jerry. Yeah, Gerald Briscoe is supposed to be at the expo too. So that's one of the ones. Like all these older ones are the ones I'm more excited about meeting.
Too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure, man.
The big one that I wouldn't mind meeting because I haven't met him, but I know the line's going to be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Bret Hart's one of the big names that's going to be there.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool too to meet him as well. I haven't had no time to get out to some of those things. I even thought about trying to get a little spot at one of those once before. I'm pretty sure I will do it before I'm done. Just as checking off the list of things to do, and because I heard it's really, really cool. But man,
I think Cecil's volunteering there.
Yeah, they invited me. I'm like, nah, I can't do that one.
Yeah,
they
invited
so me to go down there.
I still laugh at the first or second hybrid show I went to. After the show was over, you were cleaning up your gimmick table when Cecil walked up to you. You just kicked him in the head, knocked him on his ass. For no reason.
I didn't. He surprised me.
Yeah, that was at Strive. I remember that.
I apologize.
I'm really good at annoying. I'm really good at annoying Cecil. I'm really good at annoying Cecil. Mm-hmm. So last year he was not happy with me at all. Because I walked around the entire expo wearing my Jimmy Carrot backpack. And he was like, of course you would have one.
I believe that.
You would have one.
I believe that. I believe you would wear that thing like all the time anyway, normally.
Not all the time, but
without any regret at all. I believe you would.
Nope.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm proud of you.
Well, you don't have a backpack, so I can't wear yours.
No, I don't. I don't have a backpack, no. And one more thing, there's another show that happened before. So this was another one. I didn't balance this out right because of course my mind is everywhere. So because I'm balancing wrestling and then art and then dad mode and husband. So I mean my mind is always over the place. We got travel athletes, so I'm everywhere. So I have everything. I'm so particular. Everything is lined up like almost perfect. Almost. Hence the time today, almost perfect.
Yeah.
But so I wrestled at what was it? HCW Ascension.
Yes.
That was
yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I really enjoyed that match. They actually put it up. They put it on YouTube this time, which was actually phenomenal.
Good. So you got it because I I felt
no.
so bad.
No, that's fine. No, it's no biggie.
I'd
It's no
recorded the
biggie.
match, and it messed up, and it deleted off of my phone before I could get it uploaded. I was so mad because it was so good.
Oh, it was better than I thought.
Eric Dillinger. It was Eric Dillinger and Cobra.
That dude's tough. That dude's tough, and like we whooped each other's ass. Like, I had all kinds of welts, and then the tournament was the next day.
The tournament was the next day.
And that was what, 3 matches? So 4 matches in 2 days. I ain't built for that, brother.
Yeah, Dillinger might be the last guy I'd want to wrestle the night before a tournament.
That's a young man's game, brother. I ain't built like that. But of course, I made it to the finals, which was awesome. It'd have been great to win that title for the first time, but it is what it is. But
so when you taking it away from Zay?
I have no idea. As soon as I get an opportunity, I got to work my way back up there, because now once that happens, it drops you at the bottom of the list again. You have to rebuild. You have to rebuild.
Don't. Oh, all right. About time for Mindy to start pulling her weight around.
Oh yeah, y'all start
throwing her weight
spreading
around.
the word. Yeah, spread the word.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Spread the word. Make it happen.
Are you going to be at the next? Are you going to be at the next AVW show or no?
The next no, not the one coming up, but I will be at the one after that one. Did they just have one?
Mm-hmm.
They had one on Sunday.
Yeah, so I'll be at the next one.
Okay.
You'll be at the 13th?
I believe that is the 13th.
Yeah,
I believe it's the 13th. Yeah, I think I'm there.
On Sunday, yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I'll be there. I'm actually hitting 2 shows that day, which is crazy. But AVW has a show, and then Mad Bash and New Version Wrestling are having a show in Danville at the same day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to hit both.
Staggered times, though.
They're staggered times. They're
Yeah.
staggered times. And I'm hoping I can hit both. I'm hoping.
You guys ever thought about doing on-site interviews with your show?
Because
you guys got a phenomenal little set here. I think it'd be pretty cool to actually have some on-scene interviews for yourself.
We've done a few of those. We did one with Carrot after one of the War Game shows.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yes, but that was a while ago, though. That was what, 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago.
We've done Warhorse. We had Warhorse. Constant Headache. There are some. It just really kind of depends on shoot jobs, and if we have the time, and if they have the time. Because like the one, like with Warhorse, that was the only time he was going to have time to do it. So that's why we decided to go ahead and do one right after a 0-1 show.
Right.
So we went ahead and did that. Constant Headache. Anakin and Kenny were together at the time. They had an extra time they could do that. Granted, they were both thinking about B-dubs, but it works. Whatever.
Yeah,
Priorities, dang it. They're thinking about food afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. No, I hear you.
So that's the plan. Eventually, if Reb thinks about it and he brings his equipment, then we would love to do some stuff that's like on site or whatever. And I think it would be great.
Yeah, anything that makes it better, because you guys are already doing great, which is awesome.
Yeah.
We're doing what we can. I won't say we're great, but I like our products, so we're doing all right.
I tune in. I'll be at work and I just tune in and start watching every once in a while. So, you're doing something. I'll be interested to see what you guys got or whatever you present next.
Hey, we're international, so
we are international.
Nice.
We have 2 listeners in Bangladesh. Believe it or not.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's awesome.
We got it's Bangladesh, Singapore, Japan.
Yep, Ukraine, Japan, Russia, Canada. So we got several countries.
But then
not a lot of listeners all over the place, but we're building. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
We start thinking though, because you have Jake Ullman, who's Mr. International.
Yeah.
So then we kind of wonder, well, is it just him jumping around each of these countries, and he just happens to turn us on at each of these countries?
Hey,
so it says that we have these countries.
Jake, the truth. I haven't went up against him since he's been back. I have faced him before, but this is years ago. That's something else that's got to happen too. Like he's way better. I'm way better. That's somebody else I want to test myself with too.
There's another one that's a "Don't Tease Me with a Good Time."
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's my homeboy. We go back. It's been a while.
I met him. Where did I meet him? I met him at Squared Circle 3 years ago. My first Squared Circle, I met him at my Squared Circle Expo.
Oh wow.
And ever since then, we've kept in touch. I actually went over to his White River Wrestling.
Yeah.
I've been over to a couple of his shows over there.
And where is that at again?
That's in Indianapolis. It's in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It's on the east side though.
Yeah, it's ain't bad though. Yeah.
But that's where when I went over there, that was when I met Ashton Adonis.
Yeah.
Let's see. Highlight reel. Aaron Williams has wrestled over there. So has Dalton McKenzie. I'd like to see you and Dalton McKenzie go at it because that would just be fun.
I'm unfamiliar. I probably know my face.
Well, you might not because he is fairly new.
Okay.
But he's one of the Cincy boys. We call him the Cincy boys. But he has a very Steiner Brothers 80s vibe.
Okay.
So he's more of a mat wrestler / striker
Power
type
guy.
deal. So power guy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
so that'd be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But Reb, I think we've kept our guests long enough.
Yeah, we appreciate you making the time, and we're going to be there Saturday. We're looking forward to seeing you and Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Reb? Why don't you bring your gear? Can you bring your video gear?
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, if nothing else, even if Rhino can't do it, why don't we get an after the match interview with Cobra as a special?
We can do that.
Sure. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I'm always down.
Are you down for that? All right.
Yeah, I'm always down. Yeah, especially whenever I get that win. Oh, that's going to be phenomenal.
Exactly. Okay, yeah. I'm going to tell you because he won't tell you. So we made our picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went with Cobra. Yeah, see, he's running away now.
Yeah,
because he knows.
I see that.
He picked Rhino.
I see that.
Hey, but guess what? This is the fun part.
Oh,
I just brought him back. So.
Yeah, get your ass back over here. Don't try to run away.
I did not
try to back off from it.
I wrestled with that decision endlessly. So
that's a tough one. That's a tough one, man. But I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Professional Wrestling Glory is definitely going to be the show to be. That's going to be the spot to be here Saturday.
We're so excited.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Cobra, thank you so much for being on. All right, hit us with all your social media. Make sure you don't miss Arts by Cal.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. Which is now new, yeah. So, you guys could head over to that YouTube and give me a follow over there because I'm slowly growing that, getting back into the phase of that, and it's gonna be kicking up. I'm gonna have some giveaways and all the good stuff that people like to get them to tune in for sure. And that's at DaCobra Vid. DaCobra VID, as you can see right here, all one word. And then on Instagram, it's the Warrior Cobra. That's where you can find me over there. And on Facebook at DaCobra, the Elite Warrior. You can find me over there. Twitter is DaCobra_. So I don't get on X much, but why not? If you're already in the giving mood, go ahead, lock in and support me all over, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty well where I'm at. I think I'm like subscribed to everything you have actually.
I appreciate that for real. It's really hard to catch traction. It's so hard to catch traction. It's like, oh my God, you know how busy you got to be to do that.
Yeah.
No, I know.
It's a lot for real. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for having me on, and I wish you the best.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
All right, we'll see you Saturday, Cobra.
All right, take it easy, peace.
All right, see ya. Bye. Reb, this is why I enjoy having him on all the time. It's great.
Oh yeah. She had to rat me out though. That's not cool.
I did. It was too much fun not to.
Was that because I mentioned Dan Malenko earlier?
Yes. You embarrassed me. You said Dan Malenko.
I'm sorry. I just slightly shamed you. I wouldn't say I embarrassed you.
Uh-huh. Then I had to explain it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll get you back.
Yeah.
Dude, this has been the longest independent wrestling shootout we've had.
It is. I mean, we had 4 shows to talk about before we even got to the Wrestling Glory show, and then Cobra. So we had a lot on our plate this week, and it's an off day. It's not our usual Wednesday,
right? So we didn't have all of our usual listeners. Of course, we had Sean and Scott and Bari, but we didn't have our other ones.
Yeah,
because all the other wrestlers that listen to this are doing a show
working
right now.
So yeah, let's get out of here. I'm getting hungry, so let's get out of here.
Me too.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Don't forget to check out our merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com/JTRpod, brainbustertees.com/JTR, our patreon.com/JTR podcast network. Got some new stuff coming for that. Next week, like we said, we got Adolfo Dorda. We got Toby Hope joining us on Jumping the Rail. We got a new Gold Rush coming tomorrow, Minderz. Me and Bari, we're going to put something up tomorrow evening. It's not the Lucha Underground. We're waiting. We got to do that when AJ's got a free day to do it. So we're actually looking at custom championships tomorrow, like the ones that wrestlers created for themselves.
So we're talking spinny belt.
Probably, well, among others, but we'll probably mention the spinny belts.
Stupid spinny belt.
And of course, the Extreme F and Review podcast every Friday morning on Spotify. I almost said Spotify and Audible.
Don't forget, next week we got Kindle Fire coming on the Independent Wrestling Shootout.
Mr. Broadway. And then on Jumping the Rail, after next week, we got like 2 or 3 more weeks of Square Circle guests coming. We got Jake Ullman, Heather Owens, Jeremiah Plunkett. So all kinds of good stuff there. So check us out on all of our socials, Instagram, Facebook. We don't have Twitter anymore. But yeah, so just keep an eye on out for us, and we'll have more stuff coming soon. So, Minderz, anything you want to add?
And rest in peace, Miss Sugar.
Yes. Even though she didn't like me.
She didn't like guys, period. So you can't take offense to that.
I think we got to the bottom of that on the car ride. I think we figured out why. Yeah.
We did.
All right. Well, yes, indeed. Rest in peace, Sugar. She was a sweet dog, even though she was funny. But
I miss my baby. She gave the best side eye. The best side eye.
Oh, she really did. It was like, I can get that kind of side eye from my niece when I tell bad jokes.
Mm-hmm. She'd be sitting there and you think and then you just see the little side eye. It's like, okay, yeah, she's judging me. She's judging.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's get out of here, Minderz. And until next time, from Minderz, this is Reb. Reminding you all, life is hard, work stiff. We'll see you guys next time.